Hello Beyfans, welcome back to the channel. Today, from the title, you could have guessed it, we're gonna be talking about real Beyblades and we're gonna be talking about fake Beyblades. Um, I'm gonna try to give you some ideas. How can you, basically, if you're planning to purchase a Beyblade, you have your eyes on something. I'm gonna be giving you some tips. How can you decide if it's a fake one or if it's a real one? And if you might have already purchased the one that you wanted, I'm gonna give you some tips what to look out for to decide if it's a real Hasbro or Takara Tomy Beyblade that you just have there, or if it's a fake one. Stay tuned. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here we are to another video. As you can see, some of my collections already spread out here on the table, so we can talk it through. Real and fake Beyblades. There's a big difference. There's, without a question, is a big difference. What you really have to look out for, and the reason to buy real Beyblade, basically, as we like to say it. If you're ever planning to enter into a competition, the only accepted brands are Hasbro or Takara Tomy. Those are the only two brands that are accepted by the rules. So if you do manage to purchase a fake Beyblade, there's a big chance you might not be able to enter. So keep that in mind. If you're searching through online, probably where you would run into a fake Beyblade or a seller who sells fake Beyblade, it would be either on eBay. I don't know why I say eBay, so it's eBay or Amazon. So I really recommend to people to not just check the title if it does actually include the brand that you are after, to check the picture to make sure that you can see the product that should be arriving in that mailbox, and to look into the seller, the reviews, to maybe if there's a little bit of something before that people would have left reviews. And I also encourage people after a purchase to do leave reviews, because it helps out someone else, basically, in a general sense. But let's say you have decided to pick a Beyblade and you purchased it, it arrived. How would you be able to tell if it's a fake one or a real one once it's out the box? Let's check that one. So basically, your first Beyblade arrived. What you really have to look out for. First, let's have a look at the chip. So these are both real Takara Tomy chips. One is Cyclone basically Valkyrie, and the other one is a Fafnir chips. Straight away when you turn it around, you can see how it's a really detailed on both sides. You can see basically the small little how you call them, like it embedded into the plastic, like the details and everything. And as a good shout out, Takara Tomy, basically they only use this type of screw when it comes to the Beyblade. So it's a 3-wig screw, as you can see, 3 little heads. It's really, really important because normally when you buy a fake Beyblade, they don't have these type of screws, but I will show you that in a second. So that's about the chip. Now let's move on to the blade. It's really important on the blade, not this one particularly, because it's a rubber blade, but I mean, as you can see on both blades, what are really important are the gimmicks. So, for example, as you can see, Cyclone has a real thingy on the side that should help out with the defense. And if you turn it around, you can see the gimmicks are actually working how they're meant to be. It's not screwed or anything onto the blade because it's freely moving. But you can see what I'm talking about. Same with the rubber blade. You can tell it's original. Is there any other I might be able to bring up as an example? Let's take apart Kerberos. You can feel the plastic. To be honest, between a Hasbro, a Takara Tomy, and the fake Beyblade, the feel of the plastic is really, really different. You can tell that, like, after seeing or touching them the first time, and not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we've seen the chip, and now we have seen the blade. Let's have a look at the armor. What is really important with the armor? So these are also Takara Tomy armors. You can see how detailed detailed this is. Let's try to focus it, how detailed on both sides. And in Takaratomi armor always has a number initiated on the side of the ring to tell you like what size that armor is. So it's always embedded into the metal. That's really important to keep in mind with the armor. And one is a good shout, obviously the disc itself. So the disc also might have a little bit of different gimmicks. But there's always such things on the disc that are important to see. You might not be able to see because of the light. There's a little star in there, so the star indicates that this is original. It only has it on the Hasbro and the Takaratomi Beyblades. The fake ones, they somehow, for some reason, I've never seen these stars on the fake ones. And they always pretty much have the name of the disc, like this one is LG. That's a good question, actually. I don't know what LG is for. This one's like tapered. It has TP on there. I can't remember what this disc is called. I'm sorry. I save myself. I bring up another example. For example, here's Karma. It has KR. There we go. KR. And you have the little stars in the inside. It's all embedded into the metal, to keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the driver. One of the really important parts of the Beyblade is that the driver has always have a copyright. Let me just focus that one in a second. Hello, Mr. Camera. Hello, Mr. Camera. There you go. You can see the copyright on the side. There's always gonna be a copyright on the driver itself, and the gimmicks, they are always working perfectly. Sorry guys, I can't seem to get this focus today, but you get the point. There's always a copyright. Here's a... Let's actually put them next to the Hasbro Beyblades and the fake Beyblades. So, I think we should get Ragnarok, the old burst Ragnarok. Let's start with the chip. So I don't have a quad drive Hasbro Beyblade, which is such a shame, but I might be able to get one in the near future. But I think it's good enough to show out. So the original burst Beyblades, they were together with the chip. As you can see, they are built together. So the chip and well, basically how the system is built. The chip is built inside the blade, pretty much. But you can tell the difference. There's also something that points out straight away. There's a Hasbro code that you can scan onto your application, and you can get the Beyblade onto the app, loaded in with everything. There's also fake screws coming in. So these are basically 4-headed screws, not the Trivik screws that you can see it's in the Hasbro Beyblade. That's a really important thing to know. On to the next thing. So the armor that we have for this fake Excalibur, where did I put it? There we go. Here we have the armor, and for the Hasbro Beyblade we have the armor right here. So as you can see on the Hasbro Beyblade, there's a massive 2-star on there in the armor, and the number is always there. It says number 4 in case you could not read properly because of the focus. And this on the Excalibur, on the other hand, some reason it says M, so that's cool. It's metal or something, and there's a massive star, as you can see. So they are trying to copy it. That's a good thing, but the mess up is with the screws. Can you see the screws, ladies and gentlemen? This is a 4-headed screw, which means as much as they would like to copy the disc, unfortunately, this is not an original disc for Excalibur. So now we discussed the disc, and you guys can see how the original and the fake look like next to each other. I would like to move on to the driver. So with these drivers, there you have it. You can see, I'm going to show you the Hasbro driver first. So the Hasbro original driver. It's not embedded into the plastic, but you can see the serial number of Ragnarok on the side there, both sides. You can see in the inside, it's in there a little. Oh, sorry, trying to focus it. It is in there a little, sorry. It's all embedded in the same color. But on the other hand, here the fake Excalibur that we have there, if this machine area would focus, there we go. So we have 2 screws on the driver, which means you can see it's 4-headed screws. No, that's a big no. And there's no copyright on this side. That's a shame. That's a shame, ladies and gentlemen. So these are really, really important signs that you have to look out for. When I first purchased this fake package, basically when I started getting back into Beyblade and just could not wait for the original ones to arrive, I went on to the Amazon in the UK and I've purchased a Gyro, I believe it's called, a Gyro set. And that came with 4 Beyblade 2 launchers and this tiny stadium, as you can see. So the launchers included one of the original launchers, basically a copy of the original launcher that normally used to come with the Beyblades. Not with many nowadays. And there was another string launcher, but I lost it somewhere. I think it gave it to the dog so we can play with it. So I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. And it came with 4 Beyblades. I believe I had included Valkyrie. It was Excalibur. It was good question. Oh, it was a Longinus in it. There we go. Sorry, I just remembered. And I don't have it with me here at the moment. I think it's upstairs. It was Zeus Neutron or something, the one that the blonde-headed guy had in the birth series. I can't remember exactly. And it also came with this grip, which is a really, really bad quality plastic. I'm actually using it with my Bay launcher at the moment. But because of the plastic is so bad, it's not coming off. So I kind of have to take the screws out like every single time when I want to take it apart. So I just kind of left it. You know, like it's too much work. So let's put these Beyblades together and let's have a look how the normal Beyblades, the original Beyblade, performs against a fake one. That should be interesting. Okay, let's use this stadium. You guys are ready? We've got Rocktober against fake Valkyrie. Come on. And fake Valkyrie takes the win. That's 1-0. Let's launch Rocktober first again. I didn't fully launch it, I just like launched it. It was either me or it was either the Beyblade. Let's redo that one. Launcher. Probably did run out of stamina a little bit. Well, I would say it's a 1-1. Let's pop in Rocktober again. 3-2 up. And let's... Oh, I mean, it almost burst. It's not my day. It's not my day, is it? Okay. So that happened. Let's pop in this little guy against Excalius. Come on, Excalius! I mean, that's great. So we had a double burst. One is again. I mean, As you guys can see, they still perform, but there's always a big but. There's always a big but, isn't it? Alright, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. So you see, this is what I like about the old burst series, because with these new guys lately, we don't really see a lot of bursts, but these boys, oh my god, they are fun. They are fun, I can tell you. So, yes, that was my video about the fake and the original Beyblades. I'm guessing you would have a lot of questions still. There's absolutely no problem. If there's anything you guys not clear about, pop it in the comment section. As you know, I'm still learning with you guys together because I'm not really a massive Bay head. And I still have a long way to go, but I'm trying to improve myself and obviously search as much things as possible about the topic. I hope I managed to give you a little bit of direction between like a fake Beyblade that you should be able to try to avoid now, and I will leave a link into the comment section. Probably I'm gonna pin it for you guys, comment section with the Beyblade Premiere link. Shout out to the guys, because obviously they do help out the community and they do big things over there in America that we love to see. And yeah, pretty much that was it. Bye.